heck?
Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to another video. First of all, I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and if you do enjoy this video at any point and want to see more stuff like it, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button and the subscribe button. And the only reason I'm saying that now is because you guys actually listen at the start of the video when I say that. So yeah, thank you analytics, very cool. So yes, today I am back at my favourite place in the world, JPP. And if you don't know, these guys sort of look after my cars because every car I have is Japanese. Literally every one. My God, I've got a problem. But I'm one of those people that are forever looking through car ads. Like I think it's a bit of a disease. And 99% of the time, you never intend to buy anything. You just look through and go, oh, that looks nice. That'd be nice to own that at some point in my life. And I was here the other day getting a service done, and I made the mistake, the terrible mistake, of walking into their sort of like their show lot for their cars and came across something rather special indeed. Before I go into what that is, I want to just quickly say, I guess like a thank you, because I realize that I'm in a very privileged position being able to do things like this. And that wouldn't be the case at all if it wasn't for YouTube. And I 100% know that. So thank you so much for just watching and supporting this job of mine, especially during these really terrible times as well. It's not really very fun at the moment, but things like this sort of make it worth it. Anyway, without further stalling, let's talk about my new car. Well, so first things first, we need to go get some fuel. This is my first time driving the car since I test drove it a little while ago, so I'm not quite used to it yet, but hopefully we'll be okay. Oh my God, driving an Impreza. I've become a lout. I love it. So yes, this is a 1999 Subaru Impreza WRX WRC 555 limited edition Type RA. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? And I am very much aware what most of the comments are going to be in this video. Jimmy, that's not a house. And you'd be correct. It's crazy just how perceptive you guys are. But truthfully, I've been looking at somewhere sort of like investing a bit of money because YouTube do be like that. And as I mentioned in my GTR video, I'm not very clever at anything. So I know cars kind of, so I figured that whilst this probably isn't going to appreciate massively, it should hold its value at least, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Oh my God, it sounds so good. Absolute loud spec. Oh man, it just sounds so cool. Oh, we've got a little tunnel coming up here. Oh, I'm a child and I don't care. Oh, I'm so looking forward to blowing like 45,000 head gaskets, like louting this around in the Tesco car park. But first I need fuel, desperately, so we're gonna do that first. So as I mentioned before, this car is an import and basically sat for 14 years doing absolutely nothing in storage before it came here. That and a little bit of going over with the guys at the garage means that this thing feels so tight. I can't think of a better way of saying it. You tend to have with older cars, they get a bit sloppy over time, you know, things wear out, bushings perish, stuff like that, but this thing just feels, it feels like it's just rolled out of the factory. I really just can't get enough of the Boxer Rumble, man. I've always wanted a car that had the Boxer Rumble. But second gear. Wow! That is quicker, and it hurts me to say this, that is quicker than the Skyline in the initial acceleration. It just picks up and goes, it's crazy. Savage acceleration. Oh, fuck me! No, I can't go out here and do anything too crazy. One, because we're on a public road and that's stupid, and two, because it has recently had new brakes fitted. Now this being the 555 edition, WRC, whatever the bloody hell it is, I can't even remember it. It means it came with a very small caliper on, I think more designed for gravel than it is for road use. So what we did is swap in the 4-pot caliper instead from sort of the equivalent SDI model, which means that we now have good brakes as well as updating the brake lines, because the brake lines were again old and rubber, so they're now braided. Just a peace of mind, really. I prefer the peace of mind thing, really. My God, that two free shift is, I want some more of that, really. It's a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? It's intoxicating. Hey guys, Discount McRae here. Watch me roll this car. It does mean though, of course, that this is really not a car for sort of motorway driving. So I'm going to put it into, I'm in 4th gear right now at 3,000 RPM, and I'm doing under 50 mile an hour. So you can imagine when you put it into 5th gear and you're on the motorway, let's say doing 70 mile an hour, this thing is not designed to be there. It'll probably be around 3,500, 4,000 RPM. So this is very much a B-road car. So let's talk about the spec a little bit and what makes this car the long ass name that it is. So 555 limited edition WRX, WRC, which is, oh, there's so much there, but let's talk about the good bits, the bits that people care about. Engine, 2-litre boxer engine, as you can probably hear by the rumble. Basically, it's the SGI engine. I don't think it's exactly the same, but it's as near as makes no difference. So about 270, 280 horsepower, I think. If it feels kind of like that, the way it picks up. Very small turbo as well, so really does get on boost very quickly. A couple of lightweight body panels, so we have no side skirts on the car or anything like that. We have an aluminium hood with the big scoop. And we also have lightweight wheels as well. Of course, the classic blue and gold Subaru Impreza. There's no better colour combination for this car. Don't even think about adding me there. It also has a little plate down the bottom here to say what number we are, of course, and it also has different seats, which are really damn pretty, but a bit faded. I might look at getting them restored at some point. Now, mileage, this is where this car gets sort of interesting, because there's 2 mileages for this car, and they're both quite different. One is what we have on the clock right now, which is reading at just under 9,000 miles. But Saj, the boss over at JPP, says it's probably closer to about 40,000 miles. But even so, car from 99 in this nick with that mileage, it really does feel quite close to being new. Fucking hell, man. So let's answer the question that I'm sure I'm going to get asked. Jimmy, why? For crying out loud, why have you done this? You have enough things going on. That's pretty much what Veronica said to me as well, by the way. And the answer basically is that this is one of the cars that I've always wanted to own. There are a ton of them. I wouldn't call it a dream car. You know, I think there are different tiers of wanting of cars, you know, but it's one that I've always wanted to own for at least a small period of time. When I was younger, when I was looking for cars, I used to look for cars that basically were as fast as I could possibly get for the money. So I bought an MR2, you know, for like $1,000 and a bit when I was 19 and promptly rolled it because I wanted to have a car that I thought was quick. Nowadays, I'm lucky enough and privileged enough to be in a position where I can be a bit picky about the cars that I buy and not go for a cheap shitbox that's going to kill me. So if I ever see a car and think, oh man, maybe that'll be interesting, I try and apply 2 rules to it. One, it's either in fantastic condition, especially with these old Japanese cars, because I don't want to then just spend another stupid amount of money getting it fixed up again. And 2, it has to like evoke something in me, like a story, or it has to be interesting or have a history to it. And this, for me, ticks both those boxes. Not only is it in fantastic condition for the age, it just makes me feel like a really shit rally driver. It's so typical. Oh my god. Oh, my GoPro's just fallen down. Oops. Absolute professional filmer right here. One of the great things about driving this, right, is you look in the mirror and you just see the wing. The wing is just there. It's just imposing. It's fantastic. I love it. It's not quite as intense as like the big ones that you tend to get with this car, but it's not the size and all that, it's how you use it. So the bodywork is in fairly decent condition as well. There are a couple of nicks and scratches in places I would like to sort of try and sort out at some point, but you know, really, I think that you can be a little bit too anal with those things, and I don't really want to get into that too much. Fuck me. But anyway, guys, this is the new Impreza. Let me know what you want to see with it, really. What sort of content you think will be interesting. I'm trying to do a little bit more of the real life stuff now. I know you guys sort of love and hate that. Sometimes the video does really well, sometimes it doesn't. But for me, like in terms of mentally and what I want to do, I'm enjoying this a lot right now. And you know, ideally I won't have to buy a car every time I do a video like this. But it's just fun doing something that isn't playing the same 4 or 5 games over and over again. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And I know I've said it already, but I'll say it again. Thank you all so much for the support you give me and have given me for the last few years, especially this year as well. It's been a really shitty time for a lot of people. I'm hoping that we can give something back with our charity race a bit later on this year. There'll be a link in the description about that. Please check it out, and if you can give, then please do. But I've been given this opportunity to live what I think as a very privileged life, and I feel like it's only fair that I share that with you, given that none of this would have happened without your support and your viewership. But anyway, that's enough for me. Take care, have an awesome day, and I'll see you all next time.